to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Phil'sGang.com. That's Phil'sGang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil'sGang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
A strong U.S. consumer can fix a lot of problems in the economy, and we have that particular scenario manifesting itself right now. You can see it in the data. Okay. Consumers are strong, and they're going to continue to stay that way.
Our view is that the consumers are really slowing down right now. I think you're going to hear Walmart talk about
is slowing down.
And you're seeing it across all parts of the wallet, not just food, but even leisure spending. I cover Ulta. You're seeing cosmetics trends slow as we get further into the reopen. So, you know, for Walmart, I think you're going to hear him talk about the consumer, particularly the low end, using more credit to fund purchases, funding everyday needs.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Fake Business News Network. One says one thing, the consumer's strong, the other one says not. That's why you don't listen to them. Another reason you don't want to listen to them is because of the fact that the institutions, they're the money that drives the stock market. They drive it. That's the 5 biggest banks, Wall Street hedge funds, the big insurance companies. They drive the stock market. You and I don't drive it. They drive it. And soon they're going to hit the sell, sell, sell button. Sell everything. And I'm going to prove it to you today. If you're following me on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble, you can see this. I put a chart up for you. I'm going to prove it to you. I mean, this is amazing. I'm going to prove to you the institutions have stopped purchasing stock. But the fake Business News Network's not going to tell you that. And they don't tell you a lot of things, which I'm going to get into. But I'm going to give you the truth. Now, I got my chart up, and you'll see the S&P. Here it is, the S&P. There's the top of the S&P right before the 38% crash. And if you notice, we can't get back up beyond that 50%. It's been almost a year. I mean, we've been stuck in this little area right here, right? Think about it. We've been stuck in that area for a year, right here. Look, how many times they tried? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They cannot break out. Why? Because the institutions aren't buying. Institutions sold, but they're not buying. But nobody's going to tell you that. Look at the Qs. After it sold off 38%, look how many times they try to get back up. They can't get beyond the 50%. It's called the 50% rule. From your top to the bottom of the crash, you should be back clawed back 100% of the 38% within 2-3 months. It's been over a year. So why do we have these white spaces? Look at the banks. They're worse. Look where the banks are. They can't even get back to 50%, meaning from their high to where it crashed to the low. So if you look at the spiders and the Qs, they can't get back up beyond 50%. Matter of fact, the S&P I think is up about, 15%. That's it. And the Nasdaq's up about 20%. That's it. Out of a 38% drop that happened in November of 2021, someone's not telling you the truth. And when someone comes out and says how the consumer is so strong, if that was the case, this would not be happening to the stock market. So please take a look at this chart, and if you can't, then go to my website tonight where it's archived, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And no one is talking about this except me. There it is. So, I mean, it's terrible. What people don't realize is that the institutions, they realize something, as does the fake business news network, but they're not going to share it with you. See, they realize a couple of things. That the Biden monetary policy, that policy, has created the largest drop in the stock market values ever. We dropped down about $667 billion from his monetary policies, his spend, destroying our oil industry. It's not over yet. We're going to go a lot lower. Now, the fake business news network, these guys that I just put on there that lie to you, lie to each other, they've been hiding under their fake soft landing and their fake prosperity and hope and optimism. That's their job every day, to get on TV and to sell you hope, sell you optimism, prosperity, sell it to you, to make you feel good, go out buy stuff. It's not happening. Because what they know, the fake business network, is what the institutions know, is what I know. And if I dug up J.P. Morgan, he's second to motion, that the institutions are done buying. And they're going to push the sell, sell, sell button. But nobody's warning you. Every day I say to my students, come on, you got to learn how to sell short. We teach them. Here's what they've been hiding. They're hiding that, remember, if you look at the S&P, 68% of the S&P 500 net profits, 68%, comes from stock buybacks and comes from the 2018 tax cut. So understand this again. You got the 100% of the profits, 68, almost 70% of those profits didn't come from earnings, didn't come from business investment, good margins, top line sales. Didn't come from that. It came from stock buybacks. And it came from the but mostly stock buybacks. That's what it really came from. And then then of course, the institutions, okay, they've had it. They've had it. So you got to be prepared for this, because it's going to happen. They're going to push that sell button. They really are. But they've been hiding this. I mean, if you take the tax cut and I should say that. The tax cut contributed a lot to that 68% too, Trump's tax cut. So that's what did it. It didn't come from increased business investment. No. Think about that for a moment. It didn't come from increased business investment. Look, the economy grows. The economy grows when CEOs do business investment. When they take their money, their profits, and plow it back into their company. But they're taking their money and plowing it back in their profits. They haven't been doing that for 13 years. Instead, they've taken their money and plowing it into stock buybacks. But there's a problem with that. Stock buybacks is fine as long as interest rates are very, very low, near 0 or 2%. That's fine. But stock buybacks starve companies of cash. So when you get into a downtrend, like now, when the economy starts falling apart, they are scrambling for cash and they don't have any cash. And they can't pay their debt back. Remember, they took $6 trillion instead of taking that money and putting it into good investments that would return cash that they could pay their debt down. They didn't care about paying their debt down. They're going to leave that with Main Street. All they cared about is get the $6 trillion, drive the stocks up, exercise their options. They're out, and we're stuck with their debt. More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Click on where it says get started. It's 10 days free. And during that 10 days, everything's archived, so if you can't be in class, that's fine. But during that 10 days, you're going to learn how to read the market. You're going to learn what stocks group you should be in. It all depends on what the yields are doing on the 10-year Treasury. It's very easy. Anybody can do it. If the yields are down, what stocks you buy? If yields are up, what stocks you buy? Very easy. You're going to learn how to sell a stock short. Here, give me an example. Kramer, remember this? He said this on the April 19th. One second. You got it.
I agree with you. It's bottoming. It's got a 3.2% yield. Karen Lynch is doing a great job. 9 times earnings. Let's pull the trigger and buy some CVS.
Unbelievable. So, if you go to my site, I have the chart up right now. And I'll show you. This is my color-coded chart. Okay? And you don't see any green candlesticks on here. Your chart, chart, you would see green, red, green, red, green, red. This is solid red. That's the algorithm. We developed this, so it helps you to know. If you go buy a stock in solid red, the last thing you do would be buying it. You'd be shorting it. Look where he said to buy it. Right into a head and shoulder pattern, which is a huge sell signal. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a sell signal is. Right there. He said his comments were the bottom's in. That's not a bottom. You need a capitulation on a bottom. You need a long candlestick, a big long panic candlestick, where it comes all the way down, that shoots right back up, leaving this long shadow. That's not a bottom. He's got a head and shoulders, no bottom. And then look how it dropped. And the color-coded chart worked the way it's supposed to. It said sell, don't buy. And so this person is out about 7-8%. And he says, I know Carolyn, she does a good job. I could care less about Carolyn's job. She does a good job. 9 times earnings. Earnings don't mean squat anymore in stocks. It's all are the institutions buying the stock. That's what it's about. Nothing to do with earnings, because they manipulate the earnings. They've been manipulating the earnings since 2008, for God's sakes. 13 years they've been manipulating the earnings. Now you're going to believe in the earnings? And that's why they're going to sell. They're going to hit the sell button. I'm telling you, you're going to see it happen. Just like I told you in 2018. I said the market, this is the beginning of the crash, 2018. Remember, that was the first crash we had. I said it in January, and it crashed the last quarter, 2018. So it was going to happen. Because, first of all, there was just too much inflation. Stock buybacks are getting out of hand. Stock buybacks are a terrible thing. It destroys it only works, the stock buybacks only work for the CEOs and the large shareholder. Remember, the small shareholder gets screwed. The employee gets screwed. The company gets screwed. The only people that make out with stock buybacks is the CEO because he has options. And the very large insiders, the big shareholders. Stock buybacks are terrible. Stock buybacks are destroying our economy. It's because of stock buybacks. We did $6 trillion in stock buybacks since 2009, December 2009, to November 2021. We had a 1,600% gain in the tech stocks. And we had a 375 gain in the S&P. 375 and was 1,800, I think it was 1,200%, thank you, 1,200%. That would have never happened. That's not because of earnings. So you got this massive bubble, and people are sitting here still buying the three stocks that are holding up the market. I'm looking at the market today. Every day it does this now. It goes down, goes negative 120 points, and then the plunger team jumps in, and they buy index futures. In other words, they'll say, I'm going to go and buy a future of the S&P. Let's say the S&P was trading at 340. They said, they'll go and they'll say, well, I'm going to do, I say that's going to be, in November, it's going to be 640. And that's what moves the stock up. It's more complicated than that, but that's basically what it is. They manipulate the market. So, but getting back to this is crazy. So again, going back to Cramer, 9 times earnings. Who cared about that? That didn't help. Yields, 3.2%. That didn't help. The only thing would have helped if you were with us, a gang member, and you had a chart. You put it up. You saw it's solid red. Can you see it right there? Solid red. Look where the arrow where he told her to get it. And this is a Head and Shoulders. You never buy on a Head and Shoulders. Anyways, it just drives me crazy. So, and here, I'm telling you the truth, what's going to happen here, okay? I'm telling you the truth. The S&P 500 companies, you got to remember something. The reason the institutions are not putting money in stocks anymore, and you can see it, I put the chart up, you saw it, right? Why after we went down 38%, it can't even reach 50%? It only clawed back after a year, is clawed back only 20%, between 50 and 20%. What's wrong? Because you don't have the institutions buying anymore. And because they're going to push the sell button. Because they know the policy, the Biden monetary policy, because of his monetary policy, because of his inflation, we had the largest drop in market value in the stock market ever. $687 billion wiped out. Also, the fake business news network, they have been hiding under their false soft landing and their prosperity and their hope and optimism and all that crap. They've been hiding what the institutions know. And why for 2 years they have not been purchasing stocks. Because 68% of the S&P 500 net income came from stock buybacks and a tax cut. We're on air, a bubble. Join my gang. We'll teach you how to short.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good, we consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back
back to the Phil's Gang radio show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Consumers giving their overworked credit cards a bit of a break in the first quarter. Household debt rising just 0.9% in the first quarter, according to the New York Fed's Consumer Household Survey of Household Finances. It's the smallest gain in 2 years.
So what? I think the other day they said inflation dropped from 5% to 4.9%. Well, their target's 2%, for God's sakes. So it goes a tenth, and that we're supposed to all load up the van or the station wagon and run down to the store and buy everything. Everything's okay now? This guy, Leisman's a dope. They're hurting. People are hurting. We have record high household debt, $17 trillion. What did he say?
Consumers giving their overworked credit cards a bit of a break in the first quarter. Household debt rising just 0.9%.
Household debt. So he's talking about the credit card of the household debt, because part of the $17 trillion is credit card, right? But here's the thing. We have record credit card debt of $986 billion. That's what we have. What's wrong with this guy? We have record mortgage debt, record auto debt. We have delinquencies. Auto delinquencies the highest since 2006. We got credit card delinquencies. Here you go. Highest since 2008. Apartment delinquencies recorded 38%. That's the highest surge in 6 months. Business rentals delinquencies up 40%. Commercial loans delinquencies up in default $3 trillion. What's he talking about? I mean, these people are unbelievable. They find a little nugget somewhere, and they're gonna make you feel good. So you go out and buy a car, just being advertised on their stupid station. It's unbelievable. So the thing we all got to worry about is this: that they're holding this market up with 3 stocks. 3 stocks. That's it. Microsoft, Apple, and Meta. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. And the real problem we have is we are in the biggest bubble ever. Because remember, the rally of 1,200 points in the NASDAQ, 325% rather in the S&P, 1,200% in the NASDAQ, that didn't come from increased business investment where they plowed money back in. They didn't increase productivity to increase jobs, to increase our standard of living, to increase the economy. No, none of that. They took all that money instead, and what they did is create monster debt, monster inflation, left it for Main Street while they benefited. The CEOs benefited. Come on. And Wall Street benefited. Give me a break. I mean, this is crazy, but no one's going to tell you the truth. So, institutional money, that's smart money. They know what's going on. They stopped purchasing stocks in November 2021 on bulk basis. They knew that 465 of the S&P 500 companies used $6 trillion. Listen to what I'm saying. Here's what they knew, and the Fake Business Network knew, and they won't tell you. They knew of the S&P 500, 465 companies of the 500. They used their $6 trillion in debt for stock buybacks. Add to that the tax cuts. That's where they're getting that's what's moving the stock market, not profits. Now, here's the problem: the CEOs of the 465 S&P companies, they're screwed. They're not screwed. They're doing fine. They got rich. And so did Wall Street. But it's Main Street and the small shareholders getting screwed. Because when they used that $6 trillion, they didn't purchase some revenue-generating investment. 35 companies of the S&P 500 did. So listen to what I'm saying. only 35 companies, 35 CEOs of the S&P 500, when they took on that $6 trillion in debt, only 35% of them, 35 of those CEOs, went out and they purchased revenue-generating investment, okay, so that they could pay their debt back. The 400 and I think 65, they didn't invest the $6 trillion into revenue-generating investments so they could pay their debt off. They don't care about the debt because they're going to stick it with the company. As the CEO, he's going to retire because he wants to spend more time with his family. And he's going to walk out, okay, the CEO is going to walk out with a boatload of money, stick the company with all the debt, and who's going to pay the debt? You and I. We're going to pay that debt. We're going to bail them out, just like the banks. See, think how these people should be put in jail. If you're going to take on $6 trillion in debt, and you purposely say, okay, I'm not going to invest that debt into a company that would generate revenue, and instead I just want to generate my stocks going up, manipulate them going up. Why should they share in that? See, I don't understand that thinking. If a CEO puts all this debt on and he knows he's the only one that's going to benefit because he has stock options, and everybody, the company's going to suffer, the employees are going to suffer, the economy's going to suffer, but he wins, and it's okay. And then you have the 35 companies who do it right. They took and plowed their money back into the company. Business investment, new machinery, new facilities, wage increases. And then the company produced, made a profit. Wages went up. The people took the wages, went out and spent. The economy goes up. Everybody's doing fine. And the key is the debt is paid back. Because when their portion of the $6 trillion, the 35 S&P 500 companies, their portion, when they took that out, they were smart. They're going to make sure they're going to invest into a revenue-generating investment, unlike the other CEOs. So there's too many companies. We got 465 of them that did not invest since 2008, 2009 into revenue-generating investments. All they wanted the money for is to blow the stock market up. That is why when I put up my chart at the beginning of the show, it showed you that they can't. When the market came down 38%, that was in 2021. We're 2023, and out of that 38%, they can't even make it back 50%. The S&P's only back up about 15%, and NASDAQ's up about 20%, and it dropped 38%. That means the institutions are gone. That means they're ready to push the button. So right now, so all these other companies, the 468 companies, those companies are done. Because when they push the button in a downturn, they can't get their hands on cash. See, when you do stock buybacks, you deprive the company of cash. So when there's a downturn, you're screwed. Only 35 companies, only 35 CEOs of the 500 took care of their company, their people, and the country. And these other guys are going to walk out with a fortune. No consequences, none at all. So I want to talk about the banks. So I came back. We found a great opportunity in the banks. And we're talking about the small banks, the regional banks. And when I get back, I'm going to go over and show you some of these stocks. And we're doing terrific with these stocks, the regional banks, what they call, short covered rally. So I'm going to go over these stocks with you. Also talk about some gold stocks. Don't worry about the gold. You're going to be just fine. Be right back after this break. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership, or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com, and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
Thank you very much, Steve. Okay. You catch Steve every day in class. Just join our gang. He is the best charting teacher I've ever come across. Makes it easy, makes it simple, common sense, gets through all the crap, and he just gets right to the bottom line. He makes it easy for you. You should try it. It's free for 10 days. Now, we just had this cut from this Datadog. Why don't you play that?
We've talked already about your willingness to buy growth stocks, be it mega caps or names like this that are already up a lot. That's not dangerous? It's up 30% a month.
Listen, I would not use the word dangerous. Would it potentially lead to negative performance?
You want me to use silly?
No. But dangerous is a word.
Mistake?
I don't like the word dangerous when we're talking about investment. Let's look at it this way. Cyclically, in the near term, could it lead to underperformance? Yes, absolutely. Can the stock pull back to the upper 70s? 100%.
All right, that's a bag of air right there. Okay. I'm going to get to his stock. I'm going to show you what you should be doing. But I wanted to tell you about the regional banks. There's a lot of short covering going on. I told my members this last week. I said, buy KRE. We'll start out with a Scout. It's now up 7%. And I said, because they got to cover their short positions. That's all. Cover their short positions. And then the individual stocks, I told them they could pick any one, like Zion. That's up nicely today, about 7%. But these are what they call swing trades. They're not investments. They may last 4 or 5 days because they're just short covering. Anybody who sells a stock short, let's say they're up, they made $5,000, but they don't go get a check for $5,000. They got to go buy their stock back to get their check for $5,000. They got to cover their short position. So that's what's going on here. And if you want to look at my chart, I'll show you what's going on. You can see it right here. This is my Pro 1 chart, and it's a swing trade off the bottom right here. See it? Nice. Okay, that's just that Zion. Another one was CMA is doing nicely off the, see the green bar? See how it's off the bottom? It's starting to move up. That's up about, what's that, 5%, 7%? I forgot. 7%, and then PNC, is it PNC? That's just starting. So these are short covering. That's what. Now going back to his stock that he's talking about, and the guy asked him, should he, recommend a stock like this? Look, this is nothing but, if you look at my chart, here's the danger. He's right. When the stock, this is all short covering. If you take the top of this stock, you go back to 2022. Okay, we hit a high, okay, a 1 year high. And then it dropped. Now, since November of 2022, it's been trying to break out at around 90%. That's what we call our 50% rule. So it's gone, it's tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, it's tried about 25 times to break out above 90 or 50%. It can't do it. Why? Because everything above it, these are all sellers. It's called overhang. These are all sellers, if you're following me on my chart. If not, I get it. Don't make sense, right? But you can look at it when it's archived tonight. Those are all sellers. How's he going to get up through there? No. This right here was a nice swing trade. That's all it was. To buy this as an investment, no way. It won't work because you can't get up through. Once you hit that 90, you won't have enough volume to push yourself up through. If you do, just put a stop in, stay with it. But you got too much overhang. And in the stock market itself is doing terribly. We don't have institutions buying. That's short covering. See, what we're doing is we're doing the same thing. We're doing short covering, but we're telling our members, okay, with the regional banks, they're doing short covering. They're called swing trades, okay? Now, maybe you can turn into an investment. Then we'll roll it over to Pro 2. But this is crazy, this guy doing this. So if you follow him and you hear that today, and 99% of the people are going to hear him, and they're all going to jump into stock today called D-Dog, and they'll all get hurt, okay? It's not how this business works. Look, the stock market is easy. Okay? If you want to buy a stock, then buy a stock that's make what we call a power stock, that's making a new high, a brand new yearly high. And then you just put a stop in. That means that's where all the institutional money is going. They're called power stocks. And we'll show you what that means and how that works. For quite a while, McDonald's was a power stock. Let me put it up here for you. McDonald's was a power stock. See if I can get it up here for you in my chart. Okay, even Starbucks was for a while. Let's see McDonald's. Yeah, right here. See, McDonald's was a power stock. See 1 year? See how it made, if I draw a line right here, my Pro 2, see it right here? So that's what she broke out right there. That's what you want right there. See that yearly high right there? That's when you get in, because there's nobody above you. There's no selling short. If you go look at D-Dog, now put that one back up for you, D-Dog, you see the problem here? He's got too many sellers. Look, there's the high right here, right? These are all sellers in here, selling. Everybody's selling in here. That's what that is. How's he going to get up through there? So the key is go to a stock that's on its yearly high, like McDonald's. And when McDonald's makes a new high again, if McDonald's can get above 300, 300. McDonald's gets above 300, buy it, and just put a stop in underneath 291. That's all. You got, because now you're buying a stock where there's no sellers. This guy, if you listen to him, you're going to go in and plow into all these sellers, and it's not going to go through, because the other reason why it's going up is because of short covering. That's all. There's so many things. They make the problem is the economy is so screwed up right now, and nobody understands it. When you listen to these guys on the Fake Business News Network, they've been lying to you. They've been masking what's really going on. Did you ever hear anyone from the Fake Business News Network ever tell you that the only reason that the S&P 500, okay, that 68% of its profit, it all came from stock buybacks? You know how weak that is? It didn't come from earnings. It didn't come from earnings. It came from stock buybacks. That's called a bubble. You went through the dot-com bubble, didn't you? You went through the housing bubble. This is the QE bubble. So join our gang. Go to philsgang.com. Click on where it says, to get started. It says click get started. And your first 10 days is free. And you'll see. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And then you'll be happy, because you're going to be in the best stocks. Let's see, another one I'm trying to find. It's another stock that's a power stock. I think it's CMG. CMG, I think it was CMG. CMG, I'll put it up here for you. I wouldn't think I was, CMG, here you go. Okay, so you put up 1 year, it's made a new high. See it right here? Now she's going sideways, see? She's running out of buyers. See how it's running out of buyers? There's no buy. Now think how wonderful this stock is. So if you're still in this stock, let's say you got in the stock around, around $1,600. God, I'd be selling into it left and right. And then if it breaks above 2,100, then I would go back in and then put my stop in just around 1980. Put my stop in. But I would, now remember, this stock can drop. And when it drops and panic comes in, this thing can go down big. So get ready to sell it short. See, by knowing how to short, if you're in this stock, CMG, Chipotle, you're going to make money either way. If it breaks out and goes up, or it breaks out and goes down. But if you don't know how to short, you're screwed. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're here to help you. Okay? Check it out. Free for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.